Pivot table is one of the most powerful tools in Microsoft Excel. So pivot table allows you to extract the large or extract large data, work with large data. If you're working with large data, it allows you to summarize large amounts of data. So instead of working with your sum, with your count ifs, so you can use your pivot table to summarize your data sets. Okay. So the first thing we are going to look at is inserting a pivot table. How to insert a pivot table. I gave us a database just now. I gave us a table. This is the table I gave us. What is this table all about? Have you checked it? Have you checked the table I gave?
Yes, yes,
Okay. This table
yes.
is what with products as fruits. Deal with fruit and vegetable. Okay. So we have the ID, the other ID. We have products. We have category. We have amount. We have date, and we have country. Those are the columns. And how many columns up together? We have six columns. Six columns. So we have six columns. Then let's look at the total rows. What is the total row? Let's look at the total row records. So the total record is 213 rows.
13, yeah.
213 rows. So these are the details you need to put down when working with this kind of data set. So this a table made of six columns, then 213 rows. So let's start inserting the pivot table. So inside the pivot table, I told us that okay, let me not using that language so that you know that's a fresh class. You will click inside the table. Click inside the table. Don't click outside the table. Click inside the table. Okay. If you click outside the table, the pivot table will not be inserted correctly. Click inside the table. So it can be any of the table. Can be either product. Just select any of the item there. Select any item. Then you click on insert tab. So under the insert tab, by your left hand side, the first thing you have there is pivot table. Under the insert tab, you have the first thing there is what? Pivot table. You have recommended pivot table. So we're working with the first one, which is the pivot table. And you can insert the pivot table on a new sheet or an existing sheet. So we're going to do the first one, inserting the pivot table on the new sheet. So to insert on a new sheet is very easy. What you need to do is just click on the pivot table, then this box will appear here showing that okay the range is selected. You can see that the range is selected. Then the two options that there, the worksheet, new worksheet, and what an existing worksheet. I told us that we're working with new worksheets, and the new worksheet is very easy to insert. Just click OK. After clicking on insert pivot table, then you click OK. By this, you have inserted the pivot table. This is how to insert the pivot table. So, any question?
No,
Any question? That is how to insert
no.
a pivot table. Very simple. Inserting a pivot table is very simple. Next, what I mean by inserting on an existing sheet. This sheet is already in existence now, right? So if I want to bring in another pivot table to this sheet is now an existing sheet. It's no longer a new sheet, it's an existing sheet. So if I don't want to make use of a new sheet, when I say new sheet, it will open a new sheet by default. It's open a new sheet automatically. So I don't want to insert it on a new sheet again. I want to insert it on this existing sheet. So I will go back again to pivot to the table, then click on insert, then pivot table. Then I will click on existing sheet. So I want to insert on existing sheet. I'll click on existing sheet. Under the location, you select where you want to put it. If you want to put it same, if you want to put it on this same table, you can put it on this same table. But I'm not putting it on this same table. I want to put it under that pivot table that I just created now. So I'll click on it. Then select an empty cell, or select an empty cell, just one. Select an empty cell, then click OK. You can see that is how to insert on an existing sheet. Follow. Are we together? Are we together?
Please, please, can you come back on the existing sheet?
Okay, I will do one more pivot again. One more. So this is the real table. This is the real table. So you click on insert, this insert tab. Then I told you your cursor must be inside the table. Don't insert outside the table. So you click anywhere inside the table. Then 1 minute. Check what is wrong with my lights. 1 minute.
Now is everyone in somebody help. My dad agree. My own is correct. I don't know why your own is showing green. It was showing green before. Mom, I don't know. How would I go now? His name is
Hello, are we there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry for that. So you click on the pivot table, then click OK. Existing workbook. This existing workbook, if you're working with a project, you may not need all this existing workbook. You can copy your pivot table and paste. You understand? You can copy and paste and copy and paste. As many you want to copy and paste, you can do that. So, but if you want to undergo this process, you can also do that. That's what I'm showing you. So you now click where
Please, can you,
eh?
Mr. John, sorry, if you don't want to do it like this, can you move? Can you move it?
No, not moving. You can copy and paste.
Okay.
I will still show you that one. So this one now, I need to select where I want to put it, the cell I want to put it. I mean the sheet I want to put it. So I want to put it on pivot table. I will click on the pivot table. Then I will now select empty cell. Don't just click OK. Select where you want it to be pasted. So I'll click here. Then I'll click OK. You can see now we have how many? We have
Three.
3. So I said if you don't want to go through this process, you just
Mm-hmm.
copy this one. For instance, I will copy this one. See, I will highlight this one, then copy and paste. Can you see? Can you see that? So I can copy without going back and selecting a insert existing worksheet. Is that clear?
Yes.
So let's start. That is how to insert pivot table. So any question? Take it. Any question?
No, no.
No. So you understand how to insert. So next, that is the first thing I put down under the details of what we are doing. So insert done. Insert done. So let's move to drag field. Let's move to drag field. So what is drag field? So when they are talking about drag field, what comes to your mind?
Moving or dragging.
You say what, sir?
I think it's kind of movement or dragging.
Okay. This one, yeah, you're correct. This one we're talking about. We'll talk about the field. You're talking about columns. You understand? We're talking about columns. So you know each tables are made up of columns. Made up of columns and rows. But when you're talking about field in particular, field is a column. Okay? So now Isaiah is telling us that we can drag it and position it anywhere we want to position it. But there are some things you need to know when dragging a field. You look at your right hand side under the pivot table field, you will see your columns. Are you seeing them? You will see order ID, products, category, amount, date, country. Are you seeing those things? Look at my table. Look at my right hand side. Can you see them?
Yes, yes.
Those are the columns. Those are the columns. But for you to see those columns, you must make sure that one of your pivots is active. If it's not active, you won't see that pivot table field.
So what do you mean by active?
You must click it. When you click it, it means that that stuff is active. If you click outside, it's no longer active.
Okay.
So on other hand, when you look down, you will see 4 parameters. We have 4 parameters. One is filter. We have columns, we have rows, and we have values. So if you want to work on filter, if you put something on filter, it means that you want to limit what the record that is being displayed. That's when you put something on filter. Maybe you have country column and you want to filter it based on a particular country. You understand? You now put it inside filter. So you can use that filter to limit it. Okay? So that is the work of filter, which I'm going to explain better again when I start teaching us practical aspect of it. We have the column. You know, we can transpose into rows or column, right? So, but here I will tell you, if you have a column, the one that have a longer values will go to rows. The one that have shorter will go to what? To column. Then we have values. Values, they are measures. Values are measures. So what you put inside values, something if you are looking to want to work on count, you want to work on count, you want to work on average, you want to work on sum, total. That is when you work with what? With values. So let's start by dragging a field. So I want to drag country and the amount. So I can put my country on column, I can put it on row. But for a better view, you put it on row. Like this, you drag the country. So these are the countries. Can you see them? These are the countries. I drag the country to row. I told you that you can also put it in column. But I will encourage you to put it on, I will tell you to put it on rows. Why? Because there are up to like seven rows inside. So if you're putting it in column, you won't be able to see the visual, the analysis very well. So I'll put it on row. Then my amount will goes to value. So this is my amount. So this is analysis based on country and their total amount. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
This is displaying the country and their total amount. So based on this analysis now, we can determine the highest selling country, we can determine the lowest selling country. Okay? So we can sort it. If we want to get the highest or the lowest, you can sort by right-clicking on the total sum. You right-click on the sum of total, then you sort from largest to smallest. So you can see now that the largest, the highest selling country is United States, followed by United Kingdom. So the last or the lowest selling is New Zealand. So New Zealand is the lowest. I don't know yet. I've not messaged them. No. We have class tomorrow. I'm in class. Super disturbing me. Please. Hello? Hello?
We're here.
As we go on, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So if you look at this pivot table now, you see that It's showing row label. It's showing row label. What do you think that's supposed to be showing there? Country.
Country.
Yeah. So you can correct it by going to design tab. You click on report layout. Then from report layout, you locate show in tabular form. So you click on tabular form automatically to show the country. Any question?
No.
No, no.
Okay. Now we are still on this. If you are asked to filter it based on their category, on the category aspect, you have what? Vegetable and what? And fruits. Are you there? You have vegetables
Yes.
and fruits. So if you are asked to filter this record based on their category, we know that this record that is giving us is for both fruit and vegetable. You know that this sum of amount is for both fruit and what? And vegetable. So let's say we
Vegetable.
want to um categorize it based on each category. So we can drag the fruit, the category down to filter. You can see now the category is showing what? All. That
All.
means the analysis is for both fruits and vegetable. That is the meaning of it, that this analysis is for both fruit and vegetable. So I will click on the drop down. If I don't want to use the two, I will now select one. Let me select fruits. So this is for fruits. You can see this analysis is for fruits. Looking for the fruit aspect, you can see that the amount have changed, the order have changed. Before we have United Kingdom as second, abi? Now we have United Kingdom as number 4, based on fruits. Based on fruits. Based on fruits. Based on fruits. Should I move on?
So, sorry, before, what was it based on?
Both categories. You know, you have fruit and vegetable.
Okay, okay,
Let me select it again. This is it.
okay,
Fruit
okay.
and vegetable. This is showing fruit and vegetable. I should go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't want to make use of this filter, you can use slicer. If you don't want to use filter, you can make use of what? Slicer. Slicer is just like advanced way to filter it. If you don't want to make use of that filter under that parameter, so you can insert a slicer. This is slicer here. Under analyze, you have insert slicer. Can you see it? Under analyze, if you click on analyze tab, you will see the slicer. Can you find the slicer there? So you will click on the slicer, then let's use a category. Can you see it? It's showing what? Fruit and vegetable. So anyone you click here to show you the record. So if I click on vegetable, you can see now shows the record of vegetable. Fruits shows the record of fruits. So you can clear the filter. So you decide the one to use, whether you want to make use of the filter or you want to make use of slicer. But the slicer is what we use most in dashboard, when doing dashboard. Do you understand?
Okay.
But you can use the two. You can use the two. And make use of it. Anyone you want to use, you can use. Should I go ahead?
Yes, please.
So this pivot table now is a single dimension. This one we did now. This pivot table we did now that have country and sum of amounts is a single what? Dimension. A single dimension. So let's look at two dimension. You can write down what makes up a two dimension is rows and column. You know, this one we did now, we just worked on only on row, right? We did row and value. True or false? True. We are using only row and value. So if you make use of the row, the column, and value, it is called two-dimensional pivot table. So let's do that. Let's use the second pivot for it. I'll use this one. Bye, take care. I will use this one. Um, I will visualize it based on their products. Country, then products. Then I want to do count of products per country. So you can see this is called two-dimensional pivot table. So I want to change the column header. This is two-dimensional pivot table. What makes up this two dimension is what I made use of what a row and a column. And you see the analysis is showing that showing product count per country. Products count per country. This is called two-dimensional. Any question?
No.
Miss Ruth, are you okay with it?
Yes, I'm fine.
So this is two-dimensional. I'm trying to explain it based on what I jot down before I start the class. So now you understand drag, you understand two-dimensional. I've done sorting and slicing, right? I've done filter. You can see the way I'm doing it. I want you to understand everything I put down here. Next is group pivot table. How to group pivot table. So for grouping, I'm making use of this one. Show in tabular form. So I'm going to work on date now. Date. So you can see now, this date is grouped into months, right? So amount. So this is based on month. If you click on the plus sign there, it will show you date. That is the day. 06 January, 07 January. So when the product was the amount being sold in particular day. So if you don't want it in this category, you can regroup it. You can ungroup. If you ungroup, you can see it shows you the dates without grouping it into months. So you can also group it in quarter. You can group in quarter. You right click, then group in quarter. This is quarter. So these are quarter sales. What quarter is performing the highest?
It's quarter 2.
Quarter 2. Yeah. Followed by let's sort. Let's sort it. Quarter 1, quarter 3, then quarter 4. Quarter 4 is the lowest. So yeah, on this other aspect, you can write a lot of reports on this. You see where people that are consuming more of Apple, they are in France. So you see that. So that means you can sell more products in France. If you can sell more Apple products in France, since Apple have the highest consumption, followed by Canada and the United States. Those are the 3 countries that have highest selling in Apple. You get? So the lot when we are going to do report, a lot of reports you are going to write based on the analysis you did. So next, I've showed you grouping, how to group your data set, how to group. Next, let's look at multiple level pivots. Multiple level pivot is when you make use of multiple aggregation. You know aggregate function now. Can you remind me aggregate function? Tell me one of the aggregate function you know. One aggregate function you know. Nobody? Miss Root, one of the aggregate function. Miss Root,
Can't
sir,
remember.
aggregate function. Your sum now, you can do total based on their products. This is total, this is sum. Sum is under aggregate function. You can also drag the amount again. You can drag the amount again, so value again. Then change it to average. Average is another aggregate function. So this is the average.
Okay.
This is another
Yeah.
aggregate function. You can do minimum, max. They are under aggregate.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah.
Don't let that word to be like something you don't know. So this one is minimum. The minimum amount. This minimum amount each product can do maximum. Maximum amount each product. Maximum. You can do count of products. Count. That's it. So that is that. Anytime you ask to do aggregates, that is how to do aggregates. Depending on the question. So this is multi-level pivot. Multi-level pivot. Any question? Any question? So how many do we have now? We have 4. So based on this stuff I wrote here, what is remaining here?
We've done rack field, we've done two-dimensional, we've done group, inserting, we've done slicer too.
We've not done dashboard.
Eh?
Your lips are so dry.
These are the 2 that is remaining now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So chart and dashboard. So let's look at the charts. Let's look at the charts. So based on that analysis I just did now, the chart I just did now, I mean the pivot table I just did now. Let's look at charts you can use. Let's start with the first one. Analyze. Then you have pivot chart. This pivot chart. This pivot chart. So I'm going to make use of clustered column. So this chart is representing this table. Hope you're following. This chart
Yes.
is representing this table. Should I go on?
Yes.
Miss
Sorry,
Ruth,
please.
should
No,
I do
no.
it again?
How did you bring out this table? This
Chart.
recent one. On
You
this?
click on the
Yes.
table. Click on the table. You click on analyze at the top.
Okay.
Then you have pivot table, pivot chart. Look at it on your right hand side. Pivot
Okay.
chart.
Okay.
You just click on it. You see categories of chart there. So I'm making use of clustered column.
Okay.
So you use a chart that will best describe what you're doing, that you can easily interpret.
All right.
So this one, you can see that you can easily interpret this one. The higher the bar, the higher the value.
Okay.
You understand? So let's go on. Oh, it's another one there. We have this one. So pick another chart. So this is for each product. You can see those colors represent their products. the colors represent their product. So this is for this one. Let's go down. We have this. Pick another chart again. This is based on their aggregate values. The average, minimum, maximum. Hmm. So next, how many charts do we have? 4, Abi.
We've done 3 now out of it.
So the last one.
Yeah, 4.
So I'm going to use pie chart for this, or donuts. Anyone. So these are the 4 charts. These are the 4 charts. Now to make a dashboard, that is how to pick charts. To make dashboard, so I'm going to send you a description of charts. Okay, I will send you a PDF
Okay.
that comprises the chart.
I'm still gonna get this video as well.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a chart
Okay.
for description of charts. Send you a PDF so you can know why you pick each of these charts. But keep in mind, you pick a chart that best describe your analysis. Okay. So, can we go on?
Sir.
My roots, can we go on?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's go on. Dashboard. So, I'm going to insert a new sheet and name it dashboard. Dashboard. So we are going to move all the charts one after the other. The first one, you right click, then move charts. When you right click on the first one, you will look for move charts. So you click on it, then object in. That object in, they're asking you where you want to put the chart. So I want to put it inside dashboard. That is why it's here. You can see it here. So this is the first chart. Next, the same process, right click here, move charts, dashboard. We have 2 now. Go back again, move charts, same process, dashboard. Next, the last one, so these are the 4 charts. So we have to arrange it. So my arrangement goes like this. So here I'll bring my slicer. You click on any of the charts, then bring slicer. Slicer is just for you to filter if you want to make filter. So I'll bring slicer for product, slicer for category, then slicer for country. So these are the three sliders I want to use. You arrange it the way you want it. Arrange it. So I'm going to connect all these slicers to each of these charts. So I'll click on the first one, then option. If you click on the first slicer, move up to option, slicer tools option, then connection, report connection. So I'll connect all the tables. These are the tables. Connect everything. You do the same thing to the second one. Report connection, connect everything. So you can use it to filter all the charts. You move to the third one, the same approach, report connection, then connect everything, then OK. So now the sliders are connected to each of these tables. So if I want to check based on fruit, this will happen, it changes, everything changes. Do you see that? If I click on vegetable,
Can you see?
Yes.
everything changes.
Yes.
If I want to check for a particular product or particular country, let me click Canada. This is for Canada. This analysis for Canada.
Wow.
So, for Apple, this for Apple. So I can look for Apple for Canada, then for fruits. This is what they have. This is fruits for Canada and Apple. This is analysis. So that is the work of that connection. Without that connection, your dashboard is nothing. What makes up the dashboard is that connection. There must be connection between each of those charts. So the next thing I want to put here now, insert a shape for title. So this one will be for my title. This is a simple chart. So what will I put here? Product sales.
Right
Product sales.
there.
So this is product sales. So I'm going to take away the grid lines. To remove the grid lines, I'll click on view. Under view, I'll take away the grid line. You know the grid lines now? All these small boxes. All these sales. This
Yes. Yes.
so I will take it out under grid line. So that is that. So I'll make this thing a little good.
Yes, boss.
Design. First, let me first save this work. Let me save it first. Find my file. Oh. So I want to work on each of these design. It's good like this, but there is no title. Chat title. Okay, chat title is on. This is the chat title. You put the title. I'll type it. This one is on. This one, chat title. Here also, chat title. So the colors, want to design the colors, want to design it, you can design it. You have design here, so depending on what you want. Let me make it look good. So I want to do the designing of it. Here you see now, my system want to close. Thank God I've saved it. I've saved it already. Sha. I've saved it. So the remaining part of it is just to design it. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. It's just to design the. Let me put it back. Mm, mm. So you just do your design. Just do your design. So this one, I'm going to change this stuff to white. Mm, so just do your designing because my system is just I open a lot of apps inside. The
Okay,
major
okay, okay.
the major
Thank you.
areas you need to focus on is that one I just did
Please
now.
send us the video. Send us video because I want to. As you were teaching, there's no way I can